everyone, it's me again, Mr. Matt, and I'm so thankful you're here at Luminate Kids. If you weren't here, I'd be standing here talking to myself, which would be weird, wouldn't it? So I just want to say thank you for being here. I appreciate it. What about you? Are you thankful for anything today? Nice, that is so cool. I think it's fantastic to think about being grateful for things. But honestly, we need to show some gratitude, right? We need to let people know that we see them doing amazing things for us. Gratitude is letting others know you see how they've helped you. If somebody helps you out, let them know you're thankful. If someone is kind, let them know you saw their kindness. If someone says, "Hey, watch out for that bicycle," it's probably a good idea to yell out, "Thanks!" Am I right? Don't forget to shout it out. Say thanks. We've been doing a really good job of being thankful this month, friends. So, as we head into our memory verse, Psalm 136:1, let's be thankful. Alright friends, let's get to it. I know you got this.
It's memory verse! Follow along with me, here we go. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues for forever. Psalms 136:1. All right, let's speed it up. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love endures for forever. Psalms 136:1. One more time, but in slow motion. Give thanks to the Lord because He is good. His faithful love continues for forever. Psalms 136:1. Good job, guys. Keep up the work. I'll see you next week.
Hi friends, welcome to worship. Are you guys ready? We have some extra friends today. Let's do this. Let's do this.
Here we go! Every move I make in you. You make me move, Jesus. Every breath I take, I breathe in you. Every step I
Awesome. Thanks for joining us for worship, friends. We'll see you next week. Get ready for what's next.
The Bible. It's 66 books of history, stories, letters, and poetry that fit together to form God's one big story. The epic adventure of how He created us and loves us so much that He made a way to rescue us. As we travel through the Bible, from Genesis to Revelation, we discover people who met God and found their lives changed forever. And now for an amazing story.
Our story takes place in Matthew chapter 20, where Jesus tells his disciples a parable about what the kingdom of heaven is going to be like. Now in this story, there's an owner of a really large farm, and he has a lot of work to get done one day. So he decides to go out and hire some workers early in the morning. These are the early morning crew. Now, he told them that he was going to pay them a full day's wage. So they go out and they start working to get all of the yard work and all of the farm stuff done. Now at around noon, the owner realizes, hey, there's a lot of work to get done. So he goes out to hire another crew of workers. This is the 3 p.m. crew. Now, he tells this group of workers that he's going to pay them a full day's wage. So they're excited and they join the early morning crew and begin to help them do all of the work that has to be done. Now some more time goes by and it's about dinner time around 5 o'clock. And the owner realizes there's still a lot more work to be done. So he goes out and finds another group of workers. Meet the 5 p.m. crew. Now, he told this group of workers he was going to pay them a full day's wage. Now, they join the other group and they work to get all of the work done on the farm. And at the very end of the day, the owner gathers all of the workers together to give them their pay. Now, he goes to the early morning crew first, and he gives them 1 day's wage. And that was a lot of money back then. Then he goes to the 3 p.m. crew, who got there a little after the early morning crew did. And he gives them the same amount of money, a day's wage. Now he looks at the 5 p.m. crew that had only been there for a couple hours. And he gives them the same amount of money, a day's wage. Now, how do you think this made the 9 a.m. workers feel? This made them feel really jealous and frustrated because they had gotten at the farm early in the morning and had worked all day, a lot more hours than the 3 p.m. crew, and definitely more hours than the 5 p.m. crew. They felt like their payment was unfair. Now, what Jesus shows through this story is that God, like the owner, gives freely to all. It's not about how much we do if we got there early in the morning, if we joined halfway, or came in at the last minute. And because we've been thinking about and talking about being thankful, we should recognize that we should spend less time, like the 9 a.m. crew, worrying about how much other people get, if what they've received is fair, but spend more time realizing that we've all been given a free gift. And we can choose to, like this week's bottom line, adjust our attitude and see that God gives gifts freely. Just because He loves us and cares about us. Not because we worked at the farm longer than the 5 p.m. crew, but because we're all His children and He loves us. So I want you to go into next week, into Thanksgiving, choosing and adjusting our attitudes to be thankful, to look around and be happy about what we've been given, and not be frustrated or sad.
Reveal the question.
Hi friends. So the key question this week is, what keeps you from being grateful? Sometimes we can get really caught up just thinking about all the not so good stuff in our lives. And I know one thing that keeps me from being grateful is that I sometimes find myself comparing myself to other people. Like I'll see on Instagram someone who has a great vacation and I'll go, oh, like I wish I had a good vacation. Oh, I wish I was on vacation. I want to go to the Olive Garden. I want a new puppy. Go away. So maybe as you go through this next day or week thinking about what is it that keeps you from being grateful, you can then come to focus on all the things that you do have to be grateful for. Well, I don't have a vacation, but at least I have a house that's warm and dry.
Well, it's not the Olive Garden, but at least I have food. Thank you, God.
I mean, you're pretty cute, I guess. And my tip for you is just to stop comparing yourself to everyone else around you. Because God gave you the life that you have and the things that you have. And so instead of making ourselves miserable by looking at whoever has what around us that's not ours, we should just take a minute to be thankful, because you'll be a lot happier and a lot more grateful and a lot more praising towards God when we think about the things that we do have. So let's you and me make a pinky promise pact to not miss everything that we should be grateful for this month. And let's ask ourselves through this next week and through the next month, what keeps us from being grateful for things? Okay, promise me to not let the ungratefulness overcome your gratefulness. Friends, I miss you so much as always, but I hope you have a great time in the bottom line. All right, bye.
It's tough when life just doesn't seem fair. I totally get it. Sometimes things happen that are totally out of our control, and we feel like we're missing out on something good. But there's something that we can control with God's help, and that's our attitude. You can do this. Adjust your attitude. Say that with me. Adjust your attitude. You can choose to be grateful in any situation. It's hard sometimes, but it's still a choice. You can choose how you react. You can choose what your attitude will be. You can make the wise choice and decide to be thankful for what you have, instead of trying to make sure no one gets more than you. It can help adjust your thinking when you think about what God gave us, to all of us, when He sent Jesus. Jesus died for everyone so that we can have a relationship with God and be forgiven. We did not deserve a gift like that, but God gave it anyways because He loved us, and we should show Him how thankful we are. Alrighty friends, that concludes our service for this week. Tune in next week as we wrap up our theme, Shout Out, Let Me Know You're Thankful. Also, next week is Memory Verse Sunday, so make sure you've been practicing this month's memory verse, Psalm 136:1. Okay friends, take care, stay safe, and have a happy Thanksgiving. Bye!